Okay, so there's kind of two things to cover here today. Our standard legacy, and then some of the new stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and get the new stuff out of the way. We have new sets. They're called Pano Y View, so we're calling them on here. And this is not one of them, but it's a new type of scope. It looks just like this, what you're used to seeing, except for you've probably seen the 30 degree, and then you've seen the 70 degree. The new panoscope is 45 degrees, and it can switch between 30 and 70. So that's kind of the benefit. Okay, we don't have to unscrew the camera head and put it back on. So there's a few important things with these new scopes. One is they are not flat like this. So this is flat. Okay, it's kind of hard to get to. And this new one, so that it can get that 30 and 70 in the same view, it has a little bubble. The thing about this bubble, it's actually very strong. It's too strong. So if you take it and it touches metal, it will take the metal away. It's diamond sapphire glass. Yep. So
don't do that.
We use the new watches, keep them nice, all that stuff. Super hard material. So what happens if we have you sort of rubbing on that distal tip is it looks like a smudge / scrape. So we've trained the OR up to know that that's not a crack. It's not a surgeon digging it with a burr. It's somehow it's getting cut. So that's something to be very careful with. And I want to kind of like talk a little bit about if we look at anything else here, like anything on the shelf. Okay. What's the difference cleaning this and this? They're both just metal. Like mostly just metal, so it doesn't really matter. There's a big difference with cleaning and handling these. Because inside of here, while it looks like metal, it is just a little glass rod. And they break. So there's a lot of things we can do, and it seems like I've looked at the data for this place, it's pretty good. But recently we've been noticing an uptick, and specifically in damage to the shaft right here. Okay, so that's not, surgeons are not doing that. Alright, we know when surgeons are doing it, they get issues up here. And this issues here is handling from the OR, NSPD, and out to the OR. Okay, so everyone, it's a little baby bird. Okay, hold it like a little baby bird. Respect these scopes, they're very expensive. When they get stacked, take a picture. Can they take pictures here?
Yes, they can.
Take a picture, report it to Mariah. If you do not take pictures and you see it stacked and you process it, they're going to blame you.
Yeah.
Whether it's you or not. Take a picture, report it. Because what we can do is if we catch that and we can see it, even if you don't see the damage on here, you see it on top there, we can get a new one shipped in that day, like next day, that day. So if you see it, we can get another one called in like that, and there's no problem. The metric that we want is not to decrease the amount of scopes that we send to Artherx and get back, but how many scopes come broken to surgery. So that's kind of alright. And then otherwise, I mean, it's just like normal. Like you gotta pay attention to whether it's 30 degree, 45 degree, or 70 degree. Make sure it's labeled appropriately. Otherwise, it looks just like a normal case. The big difference is we have a new camera head as well. So the light ports are interchangeable, but these camera heads are not. Now they should just be with the tray, so people with the tray. It's that easy. Okay, but these are called Synergy IDs. UHD4, you're used to these. The new ones are bigger, they got 3 buttons. Those go in the Pano. So that's scopes. Any questions on scopes? Let's go. What is it?
Can you let them know how much this scope is?
These range from about 3,000 to 6,000, depending on the scope. Now we're on service so that we can trade them out. It's very common. These are low glass rods, so we can swap them out at, it's not no cost, but it's low cost. But these are they're expensive. More importantly, if you go into surgery, mom goes into surgery, anyone goes into surgery, who wants to have their surgeon go in and then see nothing? It's black. That happened today. She was surgery. Right? We went in, patient super arthritic, already a complex case because it's bleeding everywhere. They can't see the start of the case like that, it took about 5 minutes to get a scope swapped out. That was with me here. I immediately diagnosed the scope. Sometimes you can go down the wrong rabbit hole. You start changing out camera heads. You start changing out towers. A 5 to 10 minute surgery becomes a 30-minute surgery. We don't want that to happen to anybody. So that's, to me, the important part that we got here. Because, cost is cost, and you guys are covered, but, these are people in the subset. Okay. Any more questions? Alright, now, shavers. We haven't seen a whole lot of issues with shavers. I know that we've been trying to look around it, but in terms of processing, sterile processing, you guys have been doing a great job, especially looking at the data. I just always, if I get the chance, this cap. Really the only thing that can go wrong with these things is if this is undone a little bit. Right? I never see it processed like this. But I see this all the time. Across surgery centers. Yeah. It's almost closed. What happens? Steam comes in, cools down, there's water in here, just like your iPhone jack.
Yeah,
It doesn't let it go. And then sometimes I can get it back. I'd say 40% of the time if I just leave it open there, it'll come back. 60% of the time, we're buying a replacement. So keep these caps closed, you guys have been doing a great job.
I have a question with that. Do you replace it if the cord starts decomposing? Because I know a lot of the times it looks like it's adhesive, but it's just
it's wearing on.
Yeah.
Alright, anything else? Okay, let's go.
All right, thank you.
Clean it.